Pope Leo XIV, Angelus, St. Peter's Square, Sunday, June 15th, 2025. Dear brothers and sisters, good day. We have just celebrated the Eucharistic celebration for the Jubilee of Sport, and I would like to say a word to all of you, athletes of every age and background. I encourage you always to participate in sports, including competitive sports, with a spirit of generosity, and to see them as recreation in the noblest sense. For by engaging in this wholesome pastime, we are in some sense resemble our Creator. I think it's important to emphasize that sport is a means of building peace, since as a training ground of fairness and respect for others, it fosters a culture of encounter and fraternity. Sisters and brothers, I encourage you always to keep this in mind, opposing all forms of violence and bullying. The world today is in need of this message. There is currently so much armed conflict. In Myanmar, fighting persists despite the ceasefire, causing damage also to civilian infrastructures. I invite all parties to engage in inclusive dialogue, the only path that can lead to a peaceful and enduring solution. During the night between the 13th and 14th of June, a terrible massacre took place in the city of Yalwata, located at the local administrative area of Guman in the state of Benue, Nigeria. Around 200 people were killed with extreme cruelty. The majority of those killed were internally displaced people who were being housed at a local Catholic mission. I pray that security, justice, and peace prevail in Nigeria, a beloved country that has suffered various forms of violence. I pray in particular that for the world Christian communities in the state of Benue, who have increasingly been victims of violence. My thoughts also turn to the Republic of Sudan, torn apart by violence for over 2 years now. I was saddened to receive the news of the death of Father Luke Jumu, parish priest of El Fasher, who was a victim of a recent bombing. I offer the assurance of my prayers for him and all the victims, and I resume my appeal to warring parties to stop the violence, protect civilians, and engage in dialogue for peace. I also urge the international community to intensify efforts to provide at least essential assistance to the people who have been severely affected by this grave humanitarian crisis. Let us continue to pray for peace in the Middle East and Ukraine and throughout the world. This afternoon in the Basilica of St. Paul outside the walls, Floribert Buonachui, a young Congolese martyr, will be beatified. He was killed at the age of 26 because as a Christian he stood up to injustice and defended the vulnerable and the poor. May his witness grant courage and hope to the young people of the Democratic Republic of Congo and all of Africa. Have a wonderful Sunday, and the young people, I look forward to seeing you in a month and a half at the Jubilee of Youth. May the Blessed Virgin Mary, Queen of Peace, intercede for us. And then he did the Angelus in Latin.